so great to see you three.
Yeah,
I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. It's really wonderful to see the three of you. And what have I missed?
You
What,
missed
what's
nothing.
happened?
I couldn't. You didn't tell anyone what was going on, right? Until like that Instagram video, right?
Yeah, no, I was just focused on getting better.
Yeah.
God broke me down to build me back up stronger and better. Did, because God didn't only present himself, he actually then did something, something that I could only describe as miraculous.
Yeah,
And I want to keep that personal between me and God.
absolutely.
But it was real. It wasn't a feeling. And I was so lucid. And I still feel this connection to God. And I keep praying to him. I keep talking to him. And he's guiding me in all of the changes that I'm making in my life.
Yeah, and I think, like I told you in that personal message, like I really feel like, you know, God works in mysterious ways, and, you know, you have such a huge platform and a voice that people listen to. And for you to transition to speaking about your faith and, you know, center your life around Christ, that would be, honestly, Prez, you don't even understand how many lives you could save, how many people you could bring. You could be like a disciple. You could be
Well,
a
I'm a
vessel.
testimony.
Yes,
I'm his
absolutely.
testimony. And you want to know what, Prince? I actually had been calling out for God. I had been asking God for years to help me believe, because I grew up Catholic. I went to Catholic school. I was baptized, had my communion, had my confirmation.
Oh, really? Okay.
But I never believed. I never believed.
Yeah.
And as an adult,
that, you know, it just goes to show that, because I've always gone by this motto, is that, you know, everything happens for a reason, and eventually everything will eventually come together. And, you know, this is like definitely an example. And I just wanted to say, I'm glad you're getting better, and you have such a incredible community. And I know it sounds like I'm sort of speaking to this, but like, you know, you got me on your side, and, you know, you got James and Prince, and, you know, we're all in this together, you know.
God into my life. And then everything, like Conrad said, everything happens for a reason. My birthday was 2 days ago. My birthday was Monday. I turned 48. And this all happened right before my birthday, and right as as I'm really hitting middle age, 48, because God said the second half of your life is going to be very different than the first half. And I can so clearly see my future, and I know it's already better and happier than before. So yes, 21 days in the hospital, nearly dying, that sucked, but it was a blessing. God saved me in many ways. I'm so blessed. I'm so thankful. And yeah.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I'm excited to hear more about your, you know, just the recovery process and like your changes you're making in your day-to-day life. Like that's pretty powerful already, you know?
Like no more coffee. I've given up alcohol. I was never a big boozer, but I'm like, why? I don't need it. I don't want it. I'm not missing anything. So I'm happy to live a sober life, a godlier life, a holy life.
Yeah.
But I see my future very differently in many ways.
Yeah.
And anyways, what's the drama? What's the tea?
Look at him. Look at him. See, that's the devil, Press. Snap out of it. Don't get to it.
Yes. No, Press.
The tea is that you're here.
We could still have fun and be silly. Because also, on TikTok, it's not that serious. You know, this is an escape for people. This is an important, actually, I really believe that what all of us do here on TikTok is important. It provides people value. At least I try to give people value, and I'm happy to do it, and it makes me happy.
Absolutely. But that means you gotta cut the gossip, you gotta cut the tea, you gotta cut all that, Press, because you can't, if you're gonna be following the life of, cuz that's bringing people down. That is doing the exact opposite of what God wants.
If you bring people, No, if you bring people down. Let me
Yeah.
tell you something.
Yeah, it's good.
Let me
good
tell you
stuff.
something, Prince. I grew up Cuban Catholic, and Cuban Catholic ladies are the biggest chismosas. Do you know that word, chismosa?
Yeah, I know chismosas, yes.
And in my culture, it's not a negative thing. You can be a chismosa and still a good person, still a person of Christ, still devoting yourself to God. And it's just, here's the perfect example.
I think it's all intention.
Yeah, exactly.